Hawkeye, episode 3 of this series, which, it's interesting. I enjoyed the first 3 episodes, but this episode really concerned me because it shows a really big issue with this series, I think. I think this is a series. Now, we know that this series is only going to be 6 episodes. So we are at the halfway point of the show, and we have not learned any new information or really got the plot going that much. So that means that this show shouldn't be a show. Like, I don't know. It seems to me like this show feels like what it should have been was a 2-hour something movie on Disney Plus. It shouldn't be a TV show. Because I learned the same information from the first few episodes of this show here. And while I enjoyed it, while I enjoyed the action scene where Kate Bishop was shooting that truck and it got fire or whatever, I enjoyed that in this episode. I enjoyed what happened. I enjoyed the events. I had fun with it. I want better writing than that. And I feel like if you want to keep me engaged week to week with this release schedule of this show, I need to know where we're going. And that's been my main issue with these Marvel shows. The only one that has had a consistent purpose of why it's a TV show is WandaVision. I get why that's a show, right? They do something clever. They play around with the TV format. They're parroting TV. There's a lot of reasons why that's a TV show. And I guess you could argue Loki, since we are getting a season 2 and they're doing different things with Loki. And yeah, I think Loki you can make an argument for. Though I think season 1 is a very bad season of that show. I actually discarded a lot of my reviews because there were definitely things I still stand by in those reviews. But my issue with Loki is that it doesn't feel like it should have been a show, or at least the first season. It's a really awkward show. But this show, I don't know where we're going. I don't know what the point of this show is. And I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it. But I'm also like sitting there like, okay, get me to the point. What are we doing here? This is the shortest Marvel show, and we're halfway through the season, and I don't know where we're going. And that makes me frustrated. And there's been reports that the ratings of the show haven't been the highest. Now, it hasn't been flopping necessarily. I think some people are trying to claim that, which is bullshit. Like, why would you think? No Marvel thing is gonna ever flop. Okay, like it does bad in comparison to other Marvel things, but a failure is completely different from, in comparison to this, it's not as successful. Like, it's still a success, just not as. Like, Eternals, people were trying to claim was a flop. It wasn't a flop. It just didn't hit the marks of other Marvel movies. And this didn't hit the mark as other Disney Plus shows. And I think the reason for that is just because, like, I think this show is exactly what you get from it. Like, there's no surprises. There's not really anything interesting going on yet. And maybe by the end of the season, it will surprise me and wow me. But it's like, at that point, why not just wait till the whole thing's out? Especially when we know it's only 6 episodes. I think that's the issue with the show. It's not doing a lot to engage people because I don't think that they wrote a TV show. I think they wrote a movie that they stretched out to be a TV show. And it's irritating because I see episodes like this and I'm like, I didn't learn any new information. You just wasted my time. Maybe that sounds a little harsh, but that's the way I felt coming out of this episode.